Hello everyone, I am Mateo, an illustrator and art teacher from Argentina. I have worked on video games, online series, and animated films, and while I have a great affection for many of those projects, this one, which I want to present to you now, is entirely my own. I have spent half my life in fantasy worlds. I have always been that way, since childhood. I think my interest in the fantastic began with a sense of wonder at worlds that seem more special than our own. Now that the years have passed, my perspective has changed. I find in the stories we tell ourselves more than dreams or imaginings, but perspectives on our own existence. I don't believe fiction is mere escapism, something I hope to capture in Worn. The truth is that Worn arose from a personal need, or maybe two: the need to have a setting for my stories, and the need to test the limits of my abilities as a creator, to stretch them, to push them a little. I expect a great challenge, I expect growth. But what is Worn? For now, it's a world-building project, nothing more. I've always had an immense love for two mediums, comics and tabletop role-playing games. And while I would love to transform Worn into a comic or a game manual, it's still a bit early for that, no matter how many notes I have. And that's what this project is about: building. I plan to periodically upload videos exploring different aspects of this world, sharing with you my explorations and also my failures. That's because I'm also a teacher, so I hope my project help others interested in something similar. Maybe we can start a conversation. However, I feel like I'm beating around the bush. One of my failings. I haven't answered the question, not completely. Worn is the setting of a science fiction world masquerading as an epic fantasy world. I'm a fan of both genres, fantasy and science fiction, and I am interested when the two intersect. From fantasy, I plan to take some of its aesthetic: eternal realms, kings and wizards, knights, and yes, dragons too, but with a twist. I am a visual artist. My ambition would be to create a distinctive aesthetic that makes the viewer wonder what they are looking at. That's where science fiction comes in. A fantasy archetype like a dragon or the wizard in his tower may make an appearance, but be altered in some way, offering the reader a chance to inquire. After all, science fiction is a genre of ideas and questions. This is one of the reasons I have established that Worn takes place on a planet, not in an alternate dimension. The ringed planet of Kurin, crowned by a great ring of rocks and stardust, and watched over by a broken moon. This element comes to symbolize the most important aspect of this project: the idea of a spent, worn-out world, where people struggle to make a place for themselves despite the difficulties imposed by warring kingdoms and powers. Furthermore, this dichotomy is one of the factors I'm most interested in exploring, reflected in the idea of conflict, a struggle between two forces, tangible and at the same time metaphorical: tradition versus progress, nature versus civilization, the collective versus individuality, the past versus the future. The people of Worn are trapped in a vice. They look to the future or to their ancestral past, sacrificing the present in war and the establishment of already decadent regimes. My inspirations are many. George Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire is one of them, especially for the mysteries of long-forgotten worlds it manages to evoke. Something I'll be playing with, not giving away all the answers. After all, our own world is complex, and it's difficult to put all the pieces in place. This is something I also find in the wonderful The Genesis, created by Christian Gunther and Marco Djurjevic. Herbert's Dune and Hodorowski's world, with its metaphysical and often psychedelic tales, also intrigues me. And then I could mention my insatiable curiosity for archaeological tales and various myths. Finally, as part of my inspirations, I can't help but mention the incredible work of other creators on this same platform, such as Matt Rolls, creator of Tellurian and Dead Gods, and Monster Garden, creator of Rust and Trenches. I don't know if it will be accessible to everyone, but I do hope that everyone who is interested can explore Worn. Therefore, these videos will not only be uploaded in my native language, but also in English. Surely, if I could speak Chinese, I would make a third version. The road ahead will be long, and there will be dragons. Throughout the development of the project, I will share with you part of my work process and the things I will be learning. As I have shown you on the images, I have already worked on many ideas, but this format will allow me to develop them, refine them, and explore new ones. This way, maybe I too can discover what Warren and Curing, the Ring world, are all about. I hope you enjoy it and you join me.